mark to enter the law school and yet was denied admission. I came to let them know that they are not alone in this struggle. I can assure them that there are many voices of reason who are standing with and by them. And I can assure you that everyone from the religious leaders to CSOs, this is the time to stand out to be counted.
They are not speaking. They are not speaking.
Evil prevails when good men remain silent. This is the time for us to be bold to tell the General Legal Council that what they are doing is illegal. Look, every state has a constitutional obligation to take care of its own. The state has a constitutional obligation to arrange its affairs in ways that will secure equal opportunities for all. What we are doing is violating the right to opportunities by these people. And that is why I have come to join them to demand that the 499 students must be admitted, and they must be admitted now. I am a member of the State Parliament, and I can assure you that not only am I joining this protest, right from the word go, when government presented its budget before Parliament, I did an article in which I said that this year's budget presented by the government is going to deepen the woes of students who apply to law school. True to my word, when it came for them to be admitted, you can see that the General Legal Council through the law school is trying to do everything possible to deny people who have qualified, only on grounds that perhaps we don't have space. If it will take running shifts to admit the students, we must run those shifts to admit them. Yes. Now I can assure you that it is not only me. There are other members of Parliament who are ready, and we are already considering introducing a private members bill to abolish these entrance exams altogether. We are actually taking steps to make sure that we can decouple the General Legal Council from the Board of Legal Education, to make sure that law school is deregulated, law school is liberalized. The various institutions can take initiatives and actually organize these programs under the general supervision of the General Legal Council. So I think that, look, as a people, we must accept that we have failed. Ghana has failed its young people, especially those who want admission into the law school. How many times will we have to navigate this same path? Where is leadership? Where are we going? Are we showing leadership? Clearly the law school is not showing leadership.
Our president is a human rights lawyer.
If this were some minister of state that failed 2 years ago, and failed a year ago, and failed now, that minister of state must resign. As we speak now, the director of law school must be resigning. The director of law school must be resigning. The General Legal Council, for the fact that they have not been able to manage this situation, the council must be dissolved. The General Legal Council must be dissolved, and a new one constituted, a new one that is progressive, a new one that is in tune with today's today's happening, a new one that is in touch with the realities of today. It seems the General Legal Council, as is currently constituted, is made up of very old, archaic mentality people whose goal is simply to maintain the status quo and use all these kind of archaic ways of maintaining the status quo. We cannot continue this way. We must, you see, this is the time for what I call the youth revolution. This is the time for youth revolution. We cannot continue this way. When our leaders fail, let's tell them that you have failed, so that they can pack their baggages and go away and give way to new leadership. A lot will change this time. A lot will change because by God's grace, some of us found our way into the 8th Parliament. A lot is going to change because there are new ideas, there are people with new ways of thinking. There are people with who are willing to think outside the box to deal with this issue of the law school. So I can assure you, in the coming days, you will see the various actions that Parliament is going to take. I have taken the steps to already petition Parliament to request for all the raw scores. So Parliament is going to have its own hearing based on the directions of our committee, and out of the findings of Parliament, I can assure you that the status quo will not remain the same.